Female students at Georgetown Law reported to us that they struggled financially as a result of this policy.
All right, we bring back our studio audience of millennials. Contraception, $3,000, $9 a month.
At Walmart.
At Walmart. Well, go ahead. Yep.
But somehow you have to have free contraception to be a woman in America and have equal rights. Heaven forbid your contraception isn't paid for.
This is how they sold Obamacare. That's what they did to try. I think
no copay
most young people bought it.
Listen, why should...
That's why you should support Obamacare. How many speeches did he give and talk about free contraception?
There's virtually no need, first of all, for contraception. Condoms are dirt cheap regardless of where you go.
In New York, you get them for free when you leave a bar.
Exactly. At the same time,
I read it in the paper.
D.C. would have had a Walmart much earlier if the mayor of D.C. hadn't tried to enforce this ridiculous minimum wage bill.
I want to hear from you. You have not spoken. You're very quiet and polite and patient. Go ahead.
I mean, I think the idea that we have to pay for contraception is ridiculous. I mean, it's a woman's choice. It's like we're talking about this war on women, and women have choices, and if they're going to be pro-choice or not, they can be pro-choice and just not have sex, and we don't have to worry about it. I mean, there's the contraception right there.
Guy,
well,
is this part of an entitlement mindset that...
Look, I think that the Republican Party gets into a huge corner, a tough corner on this issue, because when we talk about making religious exemptions for people who don't want to pay for others' birth control, that is somehow twisted into we are against birth control or want to ban it. Would anyone here, if I may, would anyone here actually want to ban birth control? No, I mean, that's lunacy. So the Republican Party has to do a much better job of pushing back on that attack.
Listen, I'm going to be very blunt here. I don't care. It is fairly liberal.
People do.
I don't care what people do. It's none of my business. Adults, bedroom, privacy. But don't make me pay for it.
Planned Parenthood,
Right.
DC, if you enroll in the insurance in Obamacare, you have to pay for abortions. They cover abortions with Obamacare, but they won't cover hearing aids.
Yeah.
That's a problem. How can you
Go
justify that?
Yeah, go ahead.
About what?
Well, you're one
I mean, like, about contraception. I mean, I think that people have a right to have contraception, but I don't want to pay for it. I mean, you got to be fiscally responsible here. I mean, and this is why we get runaway big government programs that have failed America time.
Come on, Emily, liberal here. Why?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be said for evening the playing field and making sure that every woman is able to control the contraception in the way that she wants to receive it, in the way that makes sense to her. I think there's a lot to be said. I do support it. I definitely do support it.
Agent has said that pregnancy is a preventable disease. That's offensive. That Democrats think that pregnancy is a preventable disease. Therefore, I have to pay for contraception and all my employees.
Aaron, weigh in.
Insurance.
Go ahead.
Plenty of resources for these people where they can get contraception. Planned Parenthood, subsidized by the government. There are a lot of options.